Okay, we're going to try and run a video to show you how to use these handhelds. We've been interrupted 100 times and nobody seems to be able to read a sign, but we're going to take a shot at it. I've already done a couple steps, but I'm taking it back to the beginning. This is Route 6, so we're going to log in 10006. Arrow over. Okay? Now you're going to go into BOD. I've already done this, and I'm going to hit 20, which is our delivery date, and I'm going to select that delivery date. Then I'm going to hit sync. It's going to sync. I've already done it once, but we're going to walk through this process anyway. Okay, so it's finishing the sync. Now we're going to back out of here. Don't mess with inventory or anything else. These are all pitfalls that are going to get you trapped. We're trying to do away with all the inventory. So now I go to MOD and I go to open deliveries. So here you're going to see there were 2 deliveries on the 18th, 2 deliveries on the 19th. They were already done by somebody else. So if you were off a day, you might come in and see this. Or if there were deliveries assigned to your route on Saturday or Sunday, but you weren't making those deliveries, you come in, you want to get these out of here because your handheld's going to still think you have to make these deliveries, even though they were done on paper by a jumper or somebody else. So select those invoices from the 18th and the 19th because we only want the 20th. You got 18 and 19 selected. We're going to arrow over and we're going to confirm that we're going to cancel those deliveries. Yes, they were already taken care of. You go back in, open deliveries. You see now we just have these 3 for the 20th. Okay, very good. We don't want to do anything else, so we're going to go back. Now there is inventory report, inventory list, all these other things, and we've been to open deliveries now twice. We don't want any of that. Stay away from your inventory. We're doing away with inventory. Come to customer service. All right, this is where you're going to run your day. You click on customer service. These are those 3 stops that we have. All right, this is all. Don't go into anything fancy, any of those other places, just here. Upper Marion, we're going to select. Don't worry about these these blue squares. I have the first one, Upper Marion, highlighted. I'm going to now hit the arrow. We love the arrow. The arrow moves us more towards being done for the day. This, I don't care. It's notes. You want to write a note? No. Leave that alone. Percentage, I don't know what that means. I don't know. This would be to cancel out of here. We don't want to do that. We like this. 105525. This is Upper Marion Roberts Elementary. This is what we're trying to deliver. Arrow, or check mark. I mean, we like check mark. This is the order. This is really kind of confusing. You can scroll over here and see it's going to be a $36.25 delivery, but it doesn't really tell you much. So just arrow. If you had to cancel this invoice for some reason, just cancel this minus button does that. All right, but arrow over. Now we're getting into the meat of things. Here comes the order. Okay, they ordered 11 code 28 and 8 code 60. Let's say we have it and shipping actually got it right. Let's go arrow over. We're done. It's warning. It's saying, oh, we didn't accept our inventory in the beginning. That's our new step, screw the inventory. So just say yes. We want to force the quantity. Check. And force the quantity for the code 60. Check. Now it's making a note somewhere that we're adding things that we don't have on the truck. That's fine. We'll deal with it later. You see this screen? Don't do anything here. Don't invoice, don't order, stay away from samples. I mean, we're not giving out samples at this stage. Buybacks, collection info, cancel, leave all of it. Just hit the arrow. Move on. There it is. It says we're given the 19 products that they ordered, bags or whatever, 36.25. Arrow. Yes. We want to print it. For any reason, if this reads no printer or whatever, then you just click next to roll, you select Honeywell, and then there are these 2 gray buttons and a laser scanner sticking out of the top of your thing. You flip your printer over when it tells you to connect the printer. You hit these 2 gray buttons. I'll have a separate video on that. But right now we're connected to the Honeywell printer. So we're going to move on. We're going to tell it, go ahead and print the invoice. This is actually sitting on the cradle over in Mike's office, so it's going to start spooling things off the printer. That's fine. Printing successful. Oh, yeah. Everything was great. Is the invoice correct? Oh, yeah. Things were fantastic. Now we're done. We're done that stop. Everything went great. It's connecting. It's doing its thing. Whatever. It's finished. Okay. And now we'll move to the next stop. There it is. We're down one. Okay, let's say Interborough. Oh, Dave Chang screwed us. Now, yes, this is the product. Yes, don't push anything. Just hit arrow. Yep. I mean, that was a check, but arrow and check kind of live in the same spot. There it is again. Yeah, that's the one we want. Okay, we were supposed to have 10 code 44. The order was for 10, but oops, Dave screwed us. We're only bringing 2. Typically, we would just say screw you, but we're going to do that. We're going to force the inventory of 2 bags of 8-inch small hoagie. Yes. Now the product's been adjusted to the actual amount. Don't touch anything here. Stay away from here. Arrow over. Now it's 750 because now we're actually bringing in only 2 of those products. Okay, arrow over. Yes, we love it. Go ahead and print it. It's connecting to the printer. It'll take care of that for us. So you can see if you stay away from a lot of the other options, we're going to move through quickly. I've told the software people that I want them to configure these things so they're basically inventory ordering machine. That's it. No inventory. I don't need to clear the truck. We're not hiding anything in the truck. We're not using stuff from the truck. So really, for now, let's just use it this way. All right, you go in, you accept your day, you get your orders, you process. Here's Tridifferent Conestoga. This was an interesting order because they had a lot of specialty products for convocation, if I remember. The principal or superintendent was running this. So this is a pretty decent order, okay? We're going to just scroll down. We're going to make sure everything's on here. Actually, it wasn't as decent as I thought it was. All right, some bagels. We got some pastries. Yes. If you have a problem and you need to adjust anything, let's say they, typical VO in shipping. Let's say he gave us 0 onion bagels, but now we have 6 plain bagels. Making that correction to make sure that the order is accurate will actually help us avoid a phone call. But either way, all right. So I clicked out in the outside area there, and it just went to just double check the inventory. So now we're selling 15. That's correct. We're going to force the inventory. Yes. Okay, it's forcing the inventory for each one of those products. Again, do not do anything here. This is trouble. You go in here, you may never come back. All right, hit this right arrow. Okay, there we are. Now there's the product. It's 15. We did make the correction from onion bagels to adding plain bagels, but whatever. We're going to go to the print screen. Yes, we're ready to print. Give it a second. It'll run to the printer. Everything it'll say, did we do a good job? So you can see these 3 stops took really just a minute to process. I understand there's a lot more in the way of options of what you can do. The key is to not get sucked into the fancy buttons, especially on that screen with all the gray buttons. You just move on. And so now your visit list is clear. Check. We did that. We're good. We don't want to visit any other customers, so we're going to back out. So now we're at the middle of the day. We did everything we were supposed to. If you're so inclined as to handle your inventory, great, but skip that step for now. Oh, if we go into open deliveries, you'll see there's nothing because we deleted the ones from the days before and we served the ones we had for today. So we'll go back out of MOD. We're going to go into EOD just like we used to. Don't mess with truck inventory or any of the other stuff. Let's just go to end of day report. And we're going to tell it, yeah, go ahead and print. So this is going to give you a summary of what you did with an opportunity for you to check it. Currently, it's going to give you your truck inventory. So you can unload your truck. Like I said, don't worry about that step. We're going to end up having them remove that step altogether so you won't have to unload your truck inventory. We're going to trust that what you took out, you served, and what you brought back are just returns. There is one more step if you serve a Costco or a Restaurant Depot, and I'll go over that in a later video, but when you're confirming the quantities of your order when you're serving the customer, if you scroll all the way to the right, there will be an OH column, and that's on hands, and that's going to give you a place to enter your what's sitting on the rack or what might be in backstock, and then that hopefully in the long run will limit your need to text and take pictures and send to Michael. Printing was successful. It's gonna ask us if we want to do our EOD sequence here. Yeah, we're gonna print that. You print all your friggin' things, whatever you want to do. I'm trying to get them to limit the amount of printing. I was standing here with a driver the other day, had 10 feet of paper come off his roll. I'm like, what the hell's that all about? So we'll see what we can do to get rid of that. Printing on is successful, yes. Now it's going to say, do you want to start the end of day update? Yes. This is what's going to send this information back to me and to the portal, so we have your invoices and that sort of thing. All right. Waiting. We got one loading. What the one loading, I believe, is because I didn't bother with the inventory. That's okay. I'm not going to fault you for that. For now, we'll just move on and not worry about the inventory, and we'll get them to clear it out. Once you're back at this screen, you're in good shape. Hit the arrow. It's going to return you to your login screen. And there you go. Unlike Mobilizer, if you screw up, or if you log in right now, you can't hurt yourself. 1006, just like we did before. I think I didn't have enough zeros. 10006. That's it. Okay. So with Mobilizer, if you logged in and it was the next day and you got to call me, I got to reset you, everything's got to be redone. In this, you can go in, you can look, you got no open deliveries. Before 9 o'clock, you can't call for your orders. It's not going to sync. It might bring you yesterday's stuff, so I would avoid doing that. But you can pop in, you can look, but just back out. You're back at the login screen, you're still ready to go. Okay, so that's a brief, very brief and fast explanation of how to run through your days. But there are a couple steps that are key there that if you just skip over the inventory both times and double check what you got in your MOD open deliveries, that'll tell you if you got any old stuff, because I've heard tell that it'll merge those old deliveries with new deliveries. If you still have them there, you want to delete anything that isn't on your service day. However, if you don't service stop, like I know a couple guys will say, oh, I didn't make it to Redner's today, I'll just serve them tomorrow. Leave them open, and tomorrow it'll be there for you to serve again. It'll be yesterday's order. If you kept that on the truck, all you got to do is click that button and you can run that invoice. Okay? Hopefully this helped, and we'll have more videos to come. Thanks a lot, guys. Have a good one.